This video is brought to you by nobody because I don't have any sponsors and I don't have any friends either. So thank you very much for watching these videos. This is my main source of income, so by just watching my videos you help me to earn money on YouTube, so thank you very much. We're almost halfway through the 90s in my Gay Culture Rewind series, and in this video we're taking a look at the year 1994 and everything gay that happened in that year. So let's head over towards the rainbow and follow the yellow brick road.
Rewind! Let's go back in time.
The Pet Shop Boys have always been pros at turning camp into pop precision, and in spring of 1994 they did it literally. Absolutely Fabulous was cut as a comic relief single that sampled lines from a beloved UK sitcom. It's a tiny sugar pill of a record, Eurodisco sheen, a wink of parody, and enough attitude to play as a bridge between club and primetime TV. What makes this track such a perfect 94 moment for gay culture is how effortless it felt to celebrate flamboyance on mainstream turf. Here was a synth-pop duo folding TV camp into dance floor glamour and then sending the proceeds to charity.
It's 12 past midnight.
If clubs from 1994 had theme songs, it would be 100% Pure Love. Crystal Waters arrived in April 1994 with a hook that's equal parts gospel joy and metronomic house. The record dominated dance charts and became a global club staple because it did one thing a lot of pop songs couldn't. It made the act of dancing feel like a defiant, affectionate ritual. For gay nightlife, which for many people functioned as chosen family, that ritual was everything. For a lot of gay listeners, the track said, "We'll meet again under the lights," in one perfect loop. Britpop is usually framed as guitar anthems and lad culture, but Blur's Girls and Boys, which was released in March of 1994, slid in like a sugar-coated prank on that idea. The chorus, "Girls who are boys, who like boys to be girls," reads as a subtle tease, slightly embarrassed observation of sexual fluidity and holiday fling culture. It's cheeky and a little slippery, and crucially it made sex and gender playable in the charts. For LGBTQ+ listeners, the song felt like an unlock. Mainstream rock was no longer obligated to police every lyric about desire. Sonically, it's a bridge between indie and dance floor. Visually, the single's cover and the video leaned into the holiday party aesthetic that was part club and part catalog of fleeting attractions.
My So-Called Life, Monday through Friday at 7. It's a show about people you know doing things you've done, and we think it's pretty damn good. But why don't you decide for yourself? My So-Called Life, all this week at 7 on MTV.
My So-Called Life ran only for one season, but in 1994 the episodes landed like a small, intense gift. Ricky, played by Wilson Cruz, was written as a real kid, complicated, and given space to be both tough and tender. Ricky's storylines dealt with homelessness, homophobia, and identity in a way that treated him like a person, not a symbol or token character. For viewers who were closeted or just trying to understand themselves, Ricky wasn't just a character, he was recognition, and it still reads as honest and modern even today. People still write about how seeing Ricky changed how they thought about themselves. As part of My So-Called Life, Wilson Cruz became the first openly gay actor in a leading gay TV role, elevating his status as a celebrity advocate for LGBTQ+ youth.
My favorite memory as an actor shooting that show was the episode in which Ricky is kicked out of his home, mainly because it helped me deal with my own parallel story.
When Ellen premiered on March 29, 1994, it entered a sitcom ecosystem as a warm, slightly neurotic show about a bookstore owner.
Of course, you know that. Big, strong, handsome policeman like you. Tall, too. Your crotch comes right up to my window.
In the moment it debuted, it read like a friendly mainstream TV show, a presence rather than a manifesto. What makes the show a 1994 entry on this list is the scaffolding it provided. Ellen DeGeneres' platform, comedic voice, and mainstream visibility would later be the stage of one of TV's watershed coming out moments in 1997. So in 1994, the show normalized a comic persona who didn't fit the old sitcom mold, and by being in living rooms across the country, it quietly made the eventual revelation a matter of national conversation rather than fringe gossip.
I hereby christen this budget Barbie camper Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert detonated across festival audiences in 1994. And not because it was subtle, but because it was joyous. A road trip movie about two drag performers and a trans woman traversing the outback. It married the spectacle of drag to real tenderness. And it made anthematic moments out of costume reveals and bus stops.
And the Oscar goes to Lizzie Gardner and Tim Chappell for The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
The film won major designing awards, and is still remembered for the theatrical costumes that look like sequins from confessional booths. It also moved the idea of drag from marginal stage to global cultural conversation. The film's aesthetic is a gift for visuals. The lavender pink bus, explosive costume reveals, and the kind of soundtrack that makes audiences clap in the middle of a scene.
The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Fancy meeting you here.
I'm planning.
What? Yeah, no, I saw you from over there. Well, I wasn't actually sure it was you, I was just having a perv.
If The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert is a big glittery spectacle, then The Sum of Us is small and domestic, and both of them are necessary. This Australian dramedy centers on a widower and his gay son, and it treats their relationship with casual humanism. Acceptance isn't a single scene of catharsis, it's a messy pattern of daily life. In 1994, that felt quietly radical. Not everything had to be a crisis or a spectacle. Gay life could be ordinary and still profound.
Love, the greatest adventure of all.
The Sum of Us.
Bob Mould's music soundtracked a lot of Gen X's white-hot anger, and in 1994, a profile in a music magazine made his sexuality a public talking point in a way that hadn't been done before. Why does this matter for gay culture? Because Mould wasn't just a token figure in pop radio or a camp act. He was a central alternative rock figure whose presence complicated the idea that punk and alternative rock were inherently straight. That public acknowledgement, however it arrived, opened space in subcultures where identity had mostly been coded or whispered. Gary Burton is a giant of jazz, a vibraphonist whose influence spans decades. And in 1994, he spoke publicly about his sexuality in a radio interview. In a musical culture where gay visibility has often been muted, Burton's willingness to put his name to that conversation mattered. It wasn't a tabloid moment, it was a musician of stature saying that gay people make jazz music too. Have you seen my video about the gayest music videos of all time? If not, click on the link that will be appearing on your screen in a moment. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my videos, it really means a lot to me. If you liked it, give me a like and a subscription would be nice. Over 70%, 70% of people watching my videos aren't subscribed yet. So how will you know if I post new stuff? Which is basically almost every day. So click that subscribe button. It might be something small to you, but it means a lot to me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.